Okay, good day everyone. We're back in Lamplight City. Last time we were on the case of the good man. A guy being killed, as it says here, found murdered in a part of town that he never went to, in clothes that weren't his. Ooh. Okay, and we're now at, are we at his place? I think we're at his place, yeah. And we were just inspecting this book. Okay, so. You must be aware, dear reader, that the customs of the Orient differ greatly from our own. Okay. You would do well to familiarize yourself not only with the common ones, but the more obscure and clandestine ones as well, lest you offend anyone in your travels. Opium use. What's this? It's like a stain here. At the turn of the century, travellers, spelled wrong, to the Orient would often seek out more exotic pleasures, which is to say opium. Nowadays, the influx of immigrants from China to Vapusia has caused a significant drop in this type of tourism, as many opium dens have appeared in El Presidio, with some even known to exist far east as New Bretagne. In any case, opium dens are open to all who seek to indulge, known colloquially as riding the dragon. The use of opium recreationally for relaxation or as a social activity is a common pastime. Baju? Sure. If you are offered wine, make sure you understand what exactly it is that you're about to drink. Chances are that it might be baju, a clear liquid usually distilled from fermented sorghum. Although other grains may be used, southern China versions may employ glutinous rice, while northern Chinese varieties may use wheat, barley, millet, or even a Job's tear instead of sorghum. The Jikyu starter culture used in production of baju mash is usually made of pulverized wheat grains. As a foreigner, drinking baju may be a shocking experience. It has been known to be used as a way of proving oneself in a group. The high concentration of alcohol is often too much for anyone not used to it. Exercise caution. The last thing you want is to end up face down in a back alley. Okay, what was that? That was secret customs of the Orient. Now we've got exotic fauna of Africa. Black rhinoceros. An adult black rhinoceros stands 150 meters. Okay, why are we reading this? I'm not sure. I'll leave this here if you want to read it. I mean, it's nice to know, I guess, but bookworm on YouTube I just got. Kangaroo, koala.
It's in another language, but it appears to be a Bible. It's in another language.
Oh, okay.
No title, and it appears to be blank. I wonder if Ronan just kept empty books on his shelf to appear well read. No title.
Okay, right, well that appears to be all of the reading. So I'm not going to read the animal ones. They may be relevant, but
I had an illustration that looked similar to that one. I wonder where it ended up.
I'm not going to assume that they are.
I guess Ronan won't be realizing his world travel dreams now. Death really has a way of messing up your plans.
Yes, indeed. We can always come back here if we need to find out about animals.
This painting is making me feel seasick.
Okay. Right, let's go to the police station and talk to the coroner. Dr. Edwards, I believe.
I was beginning to wonder when you'd show up.
Well, wonder no longer. I'm here and I need to see Dr. Edwards.
Oh, I see how it is. He helped you solve a case, and now you don't have time for us lowly front desk clerks.
That's just the way it goes, Upton. Maybe next time you should pick a nicer coffee house.
Right. You know the way. Snelling isn't in today, so you're all clear.
Well, that's a relief. Thanks, Upton.
Cool. Right, Dr. Edwards. Nothing appears to have changed, so we'll just talk to him.
I hope I'm not interrupting anything, Edwards.
The fuck?
Fordham, always a pleasure.
Have you got time for some questions?
Of course.
Is he not wearing any trousers?
So what can you tell me about Ronan Lespay?
Caucasian male, approximately 27 years old. Died of blood loss as a result of being shot at close range. He was brought in 4 nights ago. I performed the post-mortem the following day. After that, his next of kin was contacted. I believe his sister came to identify the body.
Any personal opinions on what might have happened?
Well, the fact he was shot at such a close range would suggest it was done by someone he knew. And robbery doesn't appear to be a motive, since his wallet was found on the body with money in it. Beyond that, your guess is as good as mine.
Better, I hope.
Did the post-mortem reveal anything?
Quite a few things, actually. Mr. Lespay was extremely inebriated when the shooting took place. There was enough alcohol in his blood to presume he had been drinking for hours before his death. I also managed to remove the bullet from his heart. It's a .36 caliber lead ball, standard revolver shot. It shouldn't be too hard to match to a weapon, provided you can find it.
Mm-hmm.
Did you notice anything unusual about the clothes Mr. Lespay was wearing?
Unusual? Not really. They seemed a bit big for him, but that's all.
His sister seemed convinced that they didn't belong to him.
That's a distinct possibility, but I couldn't say for sure. He could have just been a sloppy dresser.
So no murder weapons been found?
That's right. Either the killer still has it, or the police just overlooked it. If you happen across any weapons in your investigation, be sure to bring them to me. I can tell you if it matches the bullet.
Thank you, Edwards. I'll be on the lookout. How's the coroner business?
Things have been pretty dead around here lately.
Don't quit your day job, Edwards. What are your thoughts on the election?
There was an election?
What?
I think our friend Edwards needs to get out a bit more.
I'll be going now, Edwards.
Take care, Fordham. And remember, not everyone gets to leave the morgue alive. So consider yourself lucky that you can.
Okay.
I don't think...
I could have sworn there was another option, but never mind. If Upton has anything for us.
Can we talk for a moment, Upton?
Certainly. What's on your mind?
You wouldn't happen to know anything about Ronan Lespay, would you?
Probably nothing more than you already know. His body is in the mortuary, and the reason for his murder is unknown. I suggest you speak with Dr. Edwards.
Already done.
How are things with you?
Better than last week, but plenty of feathers still ruffled around here.
What happened?
You have to ask. Snelling was not happy with you turning up at the Latham crime scene. He was a right inquisition around here. Snelling going around to interrogate everyone, trying to ferret out a leak.
Oh, he suspects.
I'm afraid so. I managed to calm him down some and divert suspicion. He thinks someone on the force is speaking to the Gazette, not to you directly.
Well, that's some kind of relief. I'm sorry you had to go through that.
Oh, don't worry about me. Well, maybe worry about me a little.
Okay. The
That
election.
was one hell of an election, wasn't it?
That it was. I don't know how he managed it, but I'm glad Leroy won.
I feel the same. Atwood seemed convinced he had it in the bag.
I think he just grossly underestimated how much the Lygia disaster affected everyone. Thought we could go on like nothing happened. Hell, if Prince Harold hadn't been aboard, we would have. Now, isn't that sad?
I'm guessing you can't go over this case with me either.
I have to distance myself completely from this one. So when you figure it out, you'll need to speak directly to Mrs. Morgan.
Right,
I
okay.
can still try and help you if there's something specific giving you trouble, though.
I'll let you get back to work.
And you'd better do the same.
Rightio. Let's go. Where are we going? Okay. Oh, yeah. We could try the Crimson Cat next, because we know that's where Jimbo's supposed to be. Let's do just that.
Ah, the Crimson
Crimson Cat, one of my favorite underground clubs. Ooh, I spent some wild nights here. Which reminds me, I wonder if Stefan is still working the bar these days.
Okay, all saved up. Right, let's start.
This place has been around for quite some time. That well-dressed feline is Red, the official mascot.
Let's start inspecting stuff.
Good old Bollingworth Ale. Unlike so many other things in life, it never lets you down. Well, not while you're drinking it anyway. The next morning is another story entirely. Attention customers. Use of Dr. Tennyson's Vigor pills while under the influence of alcohol may cause loss of consciousness. It's nice to see this establishment looking out for its patrons. Seagrave's Stasholine, high-quality mustache wax. You know, I always wondered what you'd look like with a mustache.
Okay.
Looks like a view of Claremont Street with St. Denis Cathedral in the background. Call me old-fashioned, but I've always felt the piano should be played by an actual human. These automated ones just don't have any soul. Looks like they've got Bollingworth, Millhopper, and Brooklyn Lager. Not a bad set of beers. Quite the selection. It rivals even the Angel. Fine beer always served here. Good to know.
Wonder if these patrons say anything. You stand near them. Appears not. What about these ones? What about her actually? No, I mean she'd be talking to herself if she did. But Sailor.
Beg your pardon. Your name wouldn't happen to be Jimbo, would it?
Yeah? Who's asking?
Miles Fordham, private investigator.
Can a guy enjoy his shore leave without being harassed by the law? I've done nothing wrong.
I didn't say you had, and I'm most certainly not the law. I just want to ask you a few questions.
All right, fine.
Okay.
Do you know Ronan the Spey?
I knew him, yeah.
Knew him?
He and I haven't spoken recently. In about a month, actually. Things didn't go so well last time.
How do you mean?
Let's just say we didn't part on the best of terms. He made it very clear that he didn't want to speak to me again.
Right. Let's do Ronan's murder last.
Where does the name Jimbo come from?
It's just a nickname. My real name's James Bowcroft.
And what is it you do?
I'm a sailor. I thought you detective types were supposed to be extra observant. Shouldn't you be able to tell me what my occupation was just by looking at my fingernails or something?
Sorry to disappoint. Perceptiveness is important in my line of work, but I'm also just a man.
I think perhaps Jimbo has been reading too many of those detective stories in Brentwood.
Do you have any opinions about the recent election?
Not really. I'm usually way at sea, so I don't keep up with politics. The sea's got her own laws. Anyway, I can't vote, so it's really none of my concern.
But you're still affected by the decisions the Prime Minister makes.
Not very fair, is it, Mr. Fordham?
No, but hopefully Mr. Leroy will stand up for equal rights.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Were you aware that Ronan was murdered?
What? No, when? What happened?
He was shot outside a tavern in Chumley 4 nights ago.
Chumley? What was he doing there?
I was hoping perhaps you could tell me.
I honestly don't know. Ronan hardly went out, and he especially never crossed the river.
Why was that?
I think he was just too scared of the world to go out and see it for himself. He was happy enough reading about it in his books or collecting things I brought him back from my travels. Honestly, that's what I liked most about him. He was just an average, boring man. It was just the sort of balance I needed in my life.
That's pretty much the exact same reason I always enjoyed working with you, Miles.
Thanks.
You and Ronan had a special relationship, didn't you?
Mr. Fordham, we're in an underground club. You don't have to tap dance around it. Yes, Ronan and I were a couple, at least up until last month.
What happened, if you don't mind me asking?
We had a misunderstanding. Ronan thought I had been seeing someone else. He was extremely jealous. I tried to explain that he had it all wrong, but he wouldn't hear me out. I was going to give him some time to cool off, but Well, that's not going to happen now, is it?
If it's any consolation, I found a letter you wrote him, which he still kept in his desk.
Damn. Thank you for telling me that.
Thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
He doesn't seem to be that
Someone tells me we've reached a dead end. You should give Mrs. Morgan the bad news.
He doesn't seem to be that broken up about it, does he? About his former lover dead. Murdered, in fact. Right, let's go. We've still got this place to look at, but let's go back to the bakery anyway. Just see if she can give us any other leads.
Have you got time for a few more questions, Mrs. Morgan?
Yes, of course.
Jimbo.
Familiar with someone who goes by the name Jimbo?
No, I don't think so. Who is that?
A friend of Ronan's.
No, as I told you, I didn't know Ronan to have any friends. I especially don't recall him mentioning anyone called Jimbo.
I'm not going to wrap the
Those are all the
case.
questions I have for now.
All right, Mr. Fordham.
Oh, that was not really worth it. All right. Let's see where. Let's go to the taxidermy place. Ooh,
Hello and welcome to the Gripson Taxidermy Shop.
I thought that was the
Please let me
parrot.
know if I can be of service.
Yeah, I thought that was the parrot speaking at first. I was like, what?
Is that supposed to be a lion?
Yeah, it looks a bit weird, doesn't
I
it?
wonder how many people it took to bring down this brute. There's a small button on the base. Just when I thought I'd seen it all. What will they think of next?
That was weird. All right. A toucan.
Reminds me of the one in the Dupre house, except that one actually looked alive. There's a small button on the base.
Welcome to the Gripson Taxidermy Shop. Please enjoy our displays and be sure to consider us for all your taxidermy needs. Just a reminder, we stuff animals only.
Exotic dead fauna from every other continent. You never even need to leave Vespuccia. I thought owls were supposed to be wise. How'd this one let itself end up on display in a place like this?
Another owl.
That leads into a room with even more dead things. It's such a shame we haven't the time to stick around and explore.
I was wondering if you might answer some questions for me.
Of course. What can I help you with?
I was told Ronan Lespay works here. Do you know him?
Ronan? Yes, of course. That is to say, I know he works here. I haven't had much interaction with him. He mostly keeps to himself.
Does he have an office or workspace I might have a look at?
Now, wait just a minute. Why would I let some random stranger off the street in to look at an employee's workspace?
Because I'm a private investigator and I'm trying to get some information.
Well, even if that is the case, I'm afraid you're out of luck. Ronan does have a workspace, but it's completely bare. He doesn't keep anything here.
Interesting.
Were you aware that Ronan was murdered 4 nights ago?
I had no idea. That's awful. What happened?
That's what I'm currently trying to find out. Do you know if Ronan had any enemies? Anyone who might want to do him harm?
No. As I said, I didn't speak with him much or know much about him. But now that I think about it, I did notice a strange man waiting around outside the shop a few days ago.
Tell me about this strange man you saw.
At the time, I didn't think much of him, but the more I recall, the more I realized he was being very suspicious.
What did he do?
He just stood outside across the street, but he seemed to be focusing on the building. It was as though he was waiting for someone.
Do you remember what this man looked like?
I didn't get a very good look at him, but I do remember some things. He was tall and had a heavy build, like a boxer or a dock worker. He had a beard, I think, or mutton chops at the very least.
Sailor.
As far as I can recall, he was wearing all black. He also had on some kind of cap. I'm sorry I can't give you a better description, but that's all I was able to distinguish. My eyesight isn't very good, I'm afraid.
It'll have to do. Thank you for your help.
Sounds like Jimbo.
Anything you can tell me about the shop?
Plenty! This is New Britannia's most sophisticated taxidermy shop. Unlike other taxidermists, we work with modern technology to get results they could only dream of.
What does that mean exactly?
Using steam tech, we are able to create the illusion of life in these beasts. Just take a look at our floor samples. The parrot and gorilla are two of our finest works. They really speak for themselves. Well, the parrot does at least. I think it would frighten our customers if the gorilla did too. And once ethericity is harnessed as a viable source of energy, we'll get even better results.
This guy is way too excited about bringing dead things back to life.
Yes, fascinating. Moving on. So how did you get this job?
Oh, it isn't a terribly exciting story, I'm afraid. I just saw an ad in the Gazette for a clerk position. I never expected to learn so much about taxidermy.
I'm sure he's amazing conversation at parties.
Indeed.
Any thoughts on the recent election?
I'd really rather not talk about it. I don't know how the people of this country could put someone like Hart Leroy in charge.
It's obviously because he holds the interests of the common man above all else.
So, you're just like all the other cowards who think steam tech is dangerous. Well, I hope you like the idea of living in the Dark Ages, because that's where Leroy is going to take us.
Perhaps it's best if we drop the subject entirely. Thank you for your help.
I'm here to serve.
Okay. First person who's actually reacted
I don't think he'll be much more help at the moment.
bizarrely. Not bizarrely, but aggressively towards. Anyway, okay. So I guess we'll go back to the opium den, see if we can get in here. Is there anything else we can say?
No answer.
Looks
Looks like you blew your chances with this place.
Alright. 1 minute. Declare the case unsolvable. Search from a strange man. We could go back to the Crimson Cat.
He won't have anything relevant.
Ah, okay. Don't know where to go now then. Try the Silent Raven again. There's something that I missed.
To think in an instant, a man's life can...
No,
Now's not the time to get poetic, Bill.
we've seen that, heard that before. Okay.
Yesterday's rain has made the water level rise significantly. Is it just me, or does it look like there's something resting at the bottom of the drain?
Oh,
If there is, I have no way of getting to it through the drain cover.
Securely fastened, unfortunately for you. If only there was some way to undo these bolts and remove the drain cover. Securely Yes, is it just...
If there is...
okay. Right, so we've got to look for something to remove the drain cover. Or we could just go into the sewers, see if we can find it down there.
Excuse me, barmaid?
Hi, what do you need?
I was given the physical description of a man, and I was wondering if you might recognize him if I told you.
Perhaps. Go on, then.
He's tall, of strong build, with a beard or mutton chops, dressing all in black and possibly wearing a cap.
Bit vague, wouldn't you say? That covers about half our clientele.
I was afraid that might be the case. Did you notice anyone of that description here on election night?
No. Can't say I did, sorry.
I appreciate you taking the time to chat.
Yeah.
Okay.
She...
Yep. Right, okay. Go back here.
Moment of your time, if I may.
Right, I'll make it quick.
Would you be able to remove the cover of a storm drain?
Yes, of course, sir. Cormac's got the right tool for the job. Just a few twists from old Mary here, and any drain will open up like a Christmas rose.
Excellent. Would you be able to open the storm drain outside the Silent Raven?
Suppose so, yes. But Cormac ain't allowed to just open up drains as he sees fit. What do you want this drain open for?
I just joystick it. There's a large bit of evidence.
I believe there's a vital piece of evidence at the bottom of the drain.
You don't say.
It's quite true. It may even help me solve a murder.
Well then, in that case, Cormac will get the drain open for you.
Nice, okay.
There's not a moment to lose. This it then?
That's the one.
Right, won't be a moment.
Okay.
There we are.
Lovely.
Thank you for your help, Cormac.
Not a problem. Now, if you don't mind, Cormac's just going to pop inside for a quick pint.
Detective work is a dirty job, but someone has to do it. Don't forget to roll up your sleeve.
I really hope there's something down there. Ugh. This is almost as bad as the time I had to search for that stolen necklace in a pile of horse manure.
I'm really glad I didn't draw the short straw in that case.
There we go.
Well, how about that?
Wish the police had found this so I wouldn't have to carry it around.
It's a goon. I got the goon. Where is it? Got the pistol. A muck-covered pistol found at the bottom of the storm drain outside the Silent Raven. Nice. A tall man with large build like a boxer or a dock worker. Had a beard or mutton chops and was dressed in all black or a cap. Let's see, I think there was one other thing that we could talk to Cormac about. Let's see if we can still talk to him about it.
Moment of your time, if I may.
Right, I'll make it quick.
Will do.
I wonder if you could tell me if you saw a man of this description at the Silent Raven on election night. He's tall, of strong build, with a beard or mutton chops, dressing all in black and possibly wearing a cap.
Oh, hi. Cormac remembers seeing a fella like that.
What was he doing?
Kept going in and out of the bar. When he was inside, he stood near the voting booths, hardly moving a muscle.
And when he was outside?
That, Cormac couldn't say.
Did you notice anything else about him?
Yes, Cormac noticed him come in and speak with Nicole, the barmaid, after the commotion outside.
Is that right? That's very interesting.
It is, yeah. She said she didn't
Thanks for your time. I'll let you get back to your drink.
She said she didn't know anybody of that description, and the fact that he then did it after the commotion outside.
Excuse me, barmaid?
Hi, what do you need?
You to tell me the truth.
You know that description I gave you earlier? Of the tall man in black?
Yeah, what about it?
I spoke with Cormac, and he told me he saw you speaking with someone fitting that description shortly after the murder occurred.
And you believed him? Cormac's a good sort, but he's not exactly reliable.
I'd say he's twice as reliable as you are. Now tell me the truth,
Whoa.
or I'll have you in as an accomplice to murder.
All right, relax. I don't know the man by name, but he came to me after the commotion outside and paid me a few crowns to keep my mouth shut about it. I didn't ask any more questions, and I wasn't about to refuse some extra cash. That was that, I swear.
That's not good enough. I need some way to find this man. Is there anything else you can tell me?
Well, I did notice he had a scar on his left cheek. Kind of looked like a shepherd's crook. That's all, really.
I suppose that'll have to do.
That is interesting.
I appreciate you taking the time to chat.
Yeah.
Okay,
Let's not stick around.
rightio. Right, let's go back to Dr. Edwards. Where are you? Police station. Who's this guy? Oh, we can't talk to him apparently. Dr. Edwards, I have a pistol. Wonder if it is the one.
Pardon me, Edwards.
Yes?
Yes.
I found this pistol at the scene of the Lespay crime. Could you take a look and see if it was used to murder him?
It's all slimy. Where was it?
Sitting at the bottom of a storm drain.
Oh, I suppose that's not as exciting as finding it inside someone's intestines. Did I ever tell you about that post-mortem, by the way?
Oh,
No, I certainly don't want to hear about it now. How long will it take you to analyze that pistol?
I should have something conclusive within the hour.
Wow.
If you don't mind waiting.
No, it'll give me some time to gather my thoughts.
an hour. Jesus, that's quick.
Right. I've concluded my analysis, and this gun was definitely used to shoot Mr. Lespay.
Hey, there we go.
The bullet I removed from his body is a perfect match.
Thank you, Edwards. That is extremely helpful.
There's one more thing. I cleaned off some of the muck and found the initials JB etched into the handle.
Interesting.
My expertise with guns is purely forensic, so I can't determine if this is the gun's maker or the initials of its owner. That's going to have to be your job.
Thank you,
Okay.
Edwards. Your help is always appreciated. I'll be going now, Edwards.
Take care, Fordham.
Well, if it's the guy it belonged to, the owner, then we know who it is. Or at least we know who the gun belongs to. Jimbo, obviously. Cormac saw a man who fit the description of the one outside the taxidermy shop on election night. He claims to have seen him hanging around the poles and entering and exiting the bar frequently. He also spoke to the barman, after the murder took place. Barmaid, alright. That's what they call it, not me. Although actually they called it barman. Anyway. Alright, okay. Does she have anything new to talk to us about?
Can we talk for a moment, Upton?
Certainly. What's on your mind?
I'll let you get back to work.
Damn it.
And
Can we
certainly.
Upton, I need you to put out a bulletin. There's someone I need found.
Oh, who's that?
I don't know his name. I only have a description.
All right, I'll need to ask you a few questions. Could you describe the man's height and build?
Tall and large.
He's tall, with a large build.
All right. What color is his hair?
Black? Can I come out of this? No, damn
I
it.
believe it's black.
All right. Do you know of any unique details that might make him easier to identify?
Or the scar.
He has a beard, or mutton chops.
I see. Well, I'll put out the bulletin, but that's a bit of a generic description. All right. The bulletin is out. I'll let you know if I hear anything.
Thanks, Upton. I appreciate the help.
I feel like I messed that up, but never mind.
Talk for a moment.
Certainly.
Okay.
Once you get...
I wonder if I can. Let's go back to the beard or a cap. Yeah, we don't really know what the colour of his hair. Should we go with that he was dressed in all black rather than he had mutton chops? No, let's leave it as it is. Hopefully something comes about with that. I don't know. What am I doing? What am I doing? I don't know. Back to the bakery. I feel like I was doing something after. Something to do with the pistol. I guess we need to go to like a weaponsmith or something.
Have you got time for...
Yes.
Let's see, do we have anything? Oh no.
Those are all
I'm not wrapping up the case. That's... okay, so where should we go? Back to the Crimson Cat?
He won't have any.
Alright, back to the taxidermy.
I don't think.
Okay. This seems to be a common occurrence for me, just going back to the place I've been and just double clicking on everything.
Let's not.
Yep, okay.
Nothing else down there but dirty water.
Okay. I just wondered. I guess we could try going back here.
No answer.
What are we doing? Nothing here. Let's...
Should have listened to your mother. You should have practiced. There it.
Okay, let's go back to the station and just, I guess, see if... Oh, not here. Back to the station. I said back to the station and immediately went to the wrong place. Twice. Jesus Christ. Such an idiot. Back to the station. Thank you.
Can we...
Certainly.
Can I try giving you that description again?
Sure. Could you describe?
Tall and large.
Tall, with a large build.
All right.
I'm
Brown.
sure it's brown.
All right.
Okay, and then... Ah! Distinct scar on the left cheek.
Yes, he has a scar on his left cheek in the shape of a shepherd's crook.
Good. That will be helpful. All right, I'll put out the bulletin. Give me a moment. All right, the bulletin is out. I'll let you know if I hear anything.
Thanks, Upton. I appreciate the help.
Okay. Let's leave and come back straight away, see if that makes a difference.
Can we...
Certainly.
Can I try give...
Sure. Could you describe?
Damn it.
He's tall. I'm sure... Yeah.
All right.
Okay, right.
All right.
Thanks, Up.
Okay, I'm going to save it here and then call it for this part. So, all saved up. Yep, so I hope you enjoyed. Have a good day, everyone. Hopefully speak to you soon. Bye.